What is up, guys? Gals, thanks for joining me here on my live cast here on my channel, Stephen Sturgill. Let's get into it. It's winter time. It's fixing to be the end of the year. Goodbye, 2019. Hello, 2020. What are we looking at today, guys? Looking at sort of one of my favorite personalities in the perfume world and perfumery, Rania J. She's, I believe, of Indian descent, but living and based in more or less Paris, France, France. And we're looking at Cuir Andalou, which means Andalusian leather, or Spanish leather, if you want to say it like that. Guys, this is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the finest leather scents on earth, full stop, anywhere, at any price, anywhere, anytime. Bag it, tag it, buy it now. If you like leather, you have got to frickin' get your hands on this. You know, guys, I've smelled lots of leathers in the game. I've smelled stuff from Memo of Paris, which is phenomenal. I think for many years, they pretty much set the bar on great leathers. Hi, Andre. Great to see you. Thanks for joining my live cast. The thing about Memo, guys, and this is just my humble 2 cents opinion. You can take it however you want. It's a wonderful house, no doubt. It kind of straddles for me that strange, rare airspace between designer and niche and artisanal, but it's kind of like an uber elite designer house, right? They don't really go full indie. Memo doesn't really do purely artisanal fragrances. I mean, it's great stuff, no doubt, but it's a little bit between like Amouage and just a typical good Parisian house like Chanel or something. I mean, I'm not saying they don't take chances, but it's all kind of wrapped in this velvety, chic, wonderfully smooth or addictive quality. They're just great. What am I trying to say here? What I'm saying above all is that the House of Memo is maybe just a tad overpriced for what you're getting. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say in a really nice way. I think, with Memos, guys, you're going to be paying north of $400 per bottle. That's a lot of coinage to be doling out for one bottle of juice. When I think, you can go to Rania's website and grab this Cuir Andalou for literally like $150 for a 50 mils, which is just staggeringly cheap in comparison. And it's every bit as good, in my humble opinion. It may not be quite as designery as the House of Memo or other brands like that, houses like that. I think it's where it shines is its naturalness. This is so organic smelling, so natural. It is refined. It is absolutely sublime. I'm going to read a comment here by Andre. He says, I own Eau de Somme and Tia. Yes, I also have Tia Habanero, Andre. I don't have Eau de Somme yet. I will probably be getting my hands on that later. Yeah, I agree. Tia Habanero, guys, it is barnyardy. I fully concur. It's really, really challenging to wear. I think even Mark commented, if you want to check out Mark's review online, go over to Mark Robes 08. Wonderful channel, great guy, and check out his review of Tia Habanero. I find it a little too difficult to casually wear myself. I like it in a more abstract sense, but it's not something I would readily reach for because it's really, really extremely pushing the envelope of wearability, in my humble opinion. It does, however, if you wait a couple hours, it'll die down to some extent. That tells you how strong it is, right, guys? You have to wait about 2 hours for it to kind of like become manageable, at least if you go heavy. And by heavy, I mean more than two sprays, tops. Andre says Tia Habanero is his tobacco holy grail. Very cool. Yeah, I agree, Andre. I think Memo is just a tad overpriced. I mean, don't get me wrong. Who am I to set market price for any house? It is what it is. If the market bears that price, bravo, I guess. I'm looking out for you guys. I'm looking out for more or less, I don't want to say value minded. That's ridiculous. I cover indie, niche, artisanal, uber expensive stuff as well. But at the end of the day, I do have to give my honest opinion on whether a scent is truly worth what they're asking. And just in a financial sense, right? We could argue, the quality and the caliber of how artistic is it, what's it worth to me? That's fine. If you've got the coin, like I said, go ahead and buy it. But most of us are on a budget, guys, and plopping down 400 to 500 for a bottle is just not in the cards for the average working Joe. I mean, you could save up for like 6 months or something, but honestly, you just have to know what are you really getting for the price. And I think with House of Memo, as wonderful as they are, I just kind of feel that, like Creeds, I know I'm stepping on toes here. I think both houses are significantly overpriced for what you're getting. And I will say that, for example, with Creeds, some of their perfumes are very underwhelming and underperforming. Many of them don't really project much past the fourth hour, which I think is ridiculous when you're dropping 3 to 4 or even $500, God forbid, on one bottle. I just think that's fairly ridiculous, and it's insulting, honestly. But I'm getting off target. Let's get back to this wonderful review here, which is again for Cuir Andalou, or Andalusian leather. So let's look at the notes, and then we'll wrap it up. By the way, I hope you guys are having a great end of the season, end of the year. This is awesome. It is the end of the decade nearly. We've gone through the 2010s like a hurricane, and here come the 2020s, so it's pretty exciting. Anyways, this dropped, I want to say, back in around 16 or 17. Again, Rania Joanne. I really don't know how to pronounce your last name, Miss Rania. I apologize if I'm probably mincing that into the, it's either Jone or Joanne or Joanne. It's one of those three, probably. Again, I apologize. Rania is easy enough. What you're going to get, guys, is leather, rose, iris, neroli, patch or patchouli, saffron, violet, castoreum, vetiver. I love vetiver, sandalwood, and agarwood oud. Now, I'm going to tell you what I really, really, really like about this fragrance. Oh, my God. I already sprayed it on. Sorry. And I've already run out of this wonderful free sample that she packed when I bought her large bottle of tea habanero about 6 or 7, 8 months ago, something like that, maybe 9. I forget. I will say that it's, I've read some pretty nasty commentary online, or not nasty, but semi nasty commentary against Rania's concoctions. And speaking of Cuir Andalou, or Cuir Andalou, there's some comments online that it just doesn't bowl them over. It doesn't wow them. It doesn't blow them away. It's not all that spectacular. And while I kind of get what they're saying with that, where this fragrance really shines is in particular in 2 areas. One, it's such a fantastic, organic, true leather scent without being synthetic in any kind of way. There's that. And I think secondly, it's how well all these ingredients are absolutely blended to a master's touch. I'm not throwing that word around lightly. I think this is blended as well as any Parisian super master perfumer, master knows out there anywhere. I don't care if you go to Nagler or yeah. Anyways, I'm drawing a blank, but any of the greats, Courjean from France, and any of the greats. I think that Rania can hold her own, especially with this particular concoction. Now, what I like, guys, is that I'm not a huge rose fan, and the rose in here is very subdued, and it's only playing a supporting part. It's not just up in your grill. The iris and the neroli, it's there again, but it's quite soft. What really stands out to me are the castoreum, the saffron in particular, along with the leather, of course. The rose and the iris are certainly detectable. The patchouli is fairly subdued. It's very balanced, very well intermingled with those other notes. The violet, it's very soft. It's almost an afterthought. That's fine. The vetiver or vetiver is it's there certainly, but it's hard to sort of distinguish it between the patchouli and the leather and the saffron and the castoreum. It's there, guys. I think maybe on the deep dry down, it might tend to come out a little bit more. The sandalwood and the oud is there. It's very, very minor role. It's very soft. It's really just playing some kind of unique little You know, it's adding its little something something to the mix. It's not that pronounced. Sandalwood is barely detectable. Maybe on the deep dry down, it comes out as a slightly hidden, creamy type aspect on the base, but it's not something, at least for me, that's jumping out either on top nor in the mids. But above all, guys, this is all about leather. And these other little elements are just adding layers of sophistication and nuance. And it's just, if you like leather, guys, end of story. Go buy it, pull the trigger, get online right now, find your favorite website. You can go straight to hers if you want. They've recently, I think, slightly reduced shipping prices out of France for her line. So don't feel bad if if you're worried about paying high shipping charges. You'll also save money if you buy more than one bottle. That way, it'll reduce your proportional outage for expenditure for shipping. That's all I have to say on this, guys. This is just a stellar leather-based scent. I'm sorry if it's not floating everyone's boats, but for me, if you like leather, it's just absolutely stunning. What a scent, guys. And it's also a fantastic winter and fall-based scent, no doubt. So get your nose on it. Let me know what you think about the house of Rania J. If you have other leather-based scents you'd like me to review in the future, hit me up, leave a comment below. And if you have not subscribed already, I don't know why you haven't. Please subscribe and click the bell for future updates. That's it, guys. I've got to hit the road. I want to thank my guests, Andre and Indecents, for joining me here in my live cast. And we'll see you down the road, guys. Spray often, spray well, live life on your terms, and have a very happy New Year if I don't see you before then. I do intend on dropping some reviews before then, but if I don't, for whatever reason, bring it in safe and have as much safe, happy fun as you can. Don't get too crazy, right? Hey, but it's your world, dude. You do what you want, but peace out. Love you guys. I'll see you down the road of life.